Hey folks, we made it to the end, chapter 30 of Blue Collar Leadership, Leading from the Front Lines. And again, if this were to be your first one, there's a complete series. You can go on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/c, as in channel, /Mack Story, MACKSTORY. You can go on there and subscribe so that any future videos you'll be notified. But you can also go look, any series I do like this is in a playlist. So you can go in there and watch the entire series if you want to. So we're at the final chapter. And again, if this is the first one for you, 30 chapters in these books, 3 pages per chapter. You can read them in 6 to 7 minutes. You read a chapter a day. In a month, you've read the entire book. And you've thought about it, and hopefully you've changed what you're doing. So at the end of the day, what do you have to do? Chapter 30, you must bet on yourself. Subtitle, if you won't bet on yourself, why should anybody else? And then my quote here to open up this final chapter. I say, living intentionally leads to amazing results. Living accidentally leads to depressing disappointments. Or living, excuse me. Let me start over. Living intentionally leads to amazing results. Living accidentally leads to depressing disappointments. A better tomorrow won't just happen. You must be intentional and make it happen. See, I may or may not even know you, but when I decided to do this series, I was betting on you. I was betting that my time, and this takes a lot more time than I thought when I started doing videos. I thought this was the hard part, make the video. This is like, there's nothing to this. I just do it. And it takes however long the video takes to record. It's pretty simple. What I didn't know when I started was then I have to edit the front and the back. And I'm putting it on YouTube on that channel I was telling you about. So now I have to upload it. And all this stuff takes a lot of time. And I really don't like it taking my time to do all that stuff. I got more important things to do. But this is important to release these videos and to create that channel. So I'm making another sacrifice to help you because I believe in you. I'm betting on you. Will you bet on you? I want to see what the last quote is here. I may want to read that closing quote to you. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and read that before I close out this. And it's a quote by Alan Cohen. And I use this basically to close the book. It says, to grow, you must be willing to let your present and your future be totally unlike your past. Your history is not your destiny. Who you were got you where you are. But who you want to become can take you where you want to be. And what you got to know, and I'm going to close on this, you got to know who you are and where you are. And then, Ria's coming in here, her office here, so I'm going to be interrupted here in a second, but that's okay. But anyway, so you have to know who you are and where you are. You have to know where you want to be and who you want to be. That's going to create a gap. Hopefully all this stuff I've been talking to you about is creating a gap. But there's one question you need to ask yourself to close that gap. Will what I'm about to do move me in the right direction? If I buy a leadership book and study it and apply it, will that move me in the right direction? And any other thing, I'm just using that as an example since that's what we're talking about. If it will move you in the right direction and you do it, you'll close the gap. If it won't move you in the right direction and you do it, you'll open the gap. If I go pick up a beer for the weekend, or beer for the weekend, and waste a lot of my time drinking alcohol like I used to do for the weekend, will that move me in the right direction? Only if where I want to be is drunk. And I used to want to be drunk all the time, but that's been a long time ago, and I don't do that anymore. Like I shared with you before, I haven't drank a drop of alcohol in over 5 years because I started asking myself that question. Ask it, act on it, and I hope you've enjoyed this series, and join me for some more. I'll be doing quite a few of these in the future, probably one on every book. I don't know how often it'll happen. I've learned a lot. Thank you for being with me and for sharing these videos, And I'll see you next time. And make it happen, or someone else will. If you don't, you're going to get passed up. It might as well be you that's making it happen.